What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans have 2 second-round picks in the upcoming NFL draft. What are they going to do? We are doing a Houston Texan 3-round mock draft today after the addition of Pro Bowl wide receiver Stefon Diggs. Now, the needs for me change a little bit for this Texans team. You have to look at the secondary. You have to look at the defensive tackle spot. But with that extra second-round pick, I believe you should go BPA. Who is going to give you the best chance to get to your first ever AFC championship, your first ever Super Bowl? If you are not in my Houston Texans Discord, what are you doing? We are about 100 people deep. We talk daily, and I want to get more bodies in there. So if you want to be added, let me know in the comments down below, and I will personally send you the invite. This episode was brought to you by my friends at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use my promo code 713HOU for a first-time welcome bonus on your first deposit up to $100. And my name is Ruben Calavillo, and welcome to the 713 Houston Sportcast. Well, I drop daily Houston Texans content, so make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I am using the PFF model, and with the 42nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans are selecting safety Tyler Nubin out of Minnesota. He is 6'2", and here is the first look. After committing to Minnesota, Nubin waited his turn behind Antoine Winfield Jr. before becoming a full-time starter in 21. Since then, he's become Minnesota's all-time leader in interceptions, 13. His athleticism and explosive first step, controlled and quick footwork and fluid hips provides him with good range and coverage from a free safety role. He pairs that with good eyes and anticipation from where passes and ball carriers are going in run defense. He is consistently willing to be physical, but tends to lead with the crown of his helmet. He can also be a bit aggressive in pursuit angles. His pros: quick, controlled back pedal, good first step explosiveness, desire to make impactful hits on carriers and pass catchers, impressive ability to flip hips to run, effective blitzer even from deep alignments, top tier ball skills for a safety, excellent eyes anticipation for where the ball is going. His cons: leads with the crown of his helmet too much, lighter run defender, can be over aggressive in pursuit angles. The Houston Texans need help at the safety position. Jimmy Ward, as much as I love him, we could not rely on him to be there on Sunday, end of the season on IR. Jalen Petrie, just a horrible year two after having a 5-interception season. I think Tyler Nubin can come in and bring some new life to the safety group. And here's the thing. Me and Hardy talked about it yesterday on Bleacher Report. If Jimmy Ward is healthy, as we saw the San Francisco 49ers towards the end of his time there, they were using him more at the nickel spot, at the slot spot. Tyler Nubin, I think, could come in and be a willing body in that safety group and could potentially see some time for this Houston Texans defense. And with the 59th pick in the second round, the second selection for the Houston Texans, I am going Jonathan Brooks, running back from the University of Texas. Brooks, a decorated Texas high school football player, had to wait his turn behind the likes of Bijan Robinson and Roschon Johnson before taking over as the Longhorns' lead back in 23. The wait appeared to be worth it as he looked like a future NFL star as just his redshirt sophomore season. While his footwork isn't quite Robinson's level, he can cut, change direction, avoid tacklers very quickly, and has an explosive first step. He isn't a nuanced route runner, but has good hands and showcases his ability to make forced tackles as a receiver. The only glaring negative on his scouting report is a torn ACL in 2023 that ended his lone season as a starter. He had 1,135 yards on the ground. His pros: impressive wiggle for a back his size, nice footwork and change of direction for a back over 200 pounds, good vision, feel for zone blocking schemes. That's what the Houston Texans run. Contact balance is great at high and low speeds. Natural instincts for forcing him his tackles. Long speed isn't elite, but the burst is at his size. Natural hands in the receiving game. Has the footwork and strength balance to be a reliable blocker. Cons. North to south tendency is good, but that has given him tunnel vision at times, and hands are as good as a receiver, but he doesn't have that much nuance in routes before the ball gets to him. Right here, a running back. Something that not a lot of people would be expecting with the addition of Joe Mixon. However, you are kind of drafting for the future here, but also I think Jonathan Brooks could be your number 2 running back and learn behind Joe Mixon, and when his number is called, can do good things on the ground for you. I really hope he's healthy after that ACL. At pick 86, ladies and gentlemen, for the Houston Texans, I will be selecting Michael Hall Jr., defensive lineman from Ohio State. Now, we have had a top 30 visit with him. Here is his first look. At 6'2", Hall is not long enough to be a 3-4-4-3 defensive end. And at 280 pounds, he is not big enough to be a full-time defensive tackle. However, his play is quite productive. At his lower weight, speed and quickness are his calling cards. He loves to get across an offensive lineman's face to shoot a gap and get into the backfield. He does this either with a fast club arm over or by setting his blockers up with the Euro step before making a move. As a run defender, he is strong for his size, especially when he maintains a lower leverage but inconsistent, too wide or too low, hand placement negative at times. Pros: can shoot gaps and get across the face of linemen with consistency. Looks like a basketball player with his Euro step setups, decent ability to corner. Cons: leg drive lacks power and displacement strength even against single blocks and does not hold up well against combination blocks. The review: Hall's measurements make him a tough player to slot into a specific scheme, but due to how quickly he can win with finesse on the interior, his best spot in the league is likely a defensive tackle, defensive end in a versatile 4-3 front. His pass rushing abilities give him the chance to be a productive pass rush specialist. Now, he will be put immediate in competition with Khalil Davis, and you should expect Michael Hall to win that battle. And you got a starter on the defensive line in the 3rd round. Now, DeMeco Ryans is going to mold him to the top of defensive lineman that he wants him to be. But I think this will be a great get for the Houston Texans. When you watch him play, like, there's so much energy, there's so much violence in his game. It's what this Houston Texans defensive line needs: a little bit of swagger and a little bit of nastiness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in my 3-round mock draft, at pick 42, I went Tyler Nubin, safety from Minnesota. At pick 59, I went running back Jonathan Brooks from Texas. And at pick 86, I went Michael Hall, defensive tackle from Ohio State. Let me know how I did. And for more Houston Texans content, y'all feel free to follow me. For more, go H-Town. Have a very blessed day.